All right, guys. Just wanted to send out y'all a video looking at mainly at the stuff that was marked up on our film from Friday night. First thing I want to say is that we're still getting good input from the guys at GHSA about how well we looked. So everything is going the way we would want it to. Just need to keep working hard. And like I said, Friday night we're going to grade these films in pretty nitpicking ways. So that's just what we need to do to get better. So everybody take everything we say on these with a grain of salt, um, and just know that everything so far is going well. We got very good reviews from Dr. Bodie and some others at from the GHSA. So here, let's look at this one first. Um, yeah. So Eric, you saw this. I don't really have an issue with the turn and run thing. I just want you to do whatever excuse me, you feel like you need to do to be able to see the play. If you want to turn and turn your body toward where they are, then that's fine with me. Um, I love what I liked here on this play was the fact that we didn't get beat to the goal line on that messy of a field on an early play like that. And then Steve, if I could get the guys on my crew to do that right there with your eyes focused away from the goal line, looking behind the play. That's how you keep from missing big hits behind plays and missing big blind side blocks. So I thought that was really well done there. All right, this next play is going to have to do with Mark marking this up over Brad. Want Brad to stay on his keys longer. I left this one in here just so we could mention um, that with seven-man mechanics, we can probably all stay on our keys just a little bit longer. So a pass over the middle, Brad doesn't have to turn quite as fast as he maybe would with a six-man because he does have the back judge back here that he wouldn't have on a six-man. So let's just all know that we have more help. We can all stay with our keys just a little bit longer um, with seven-man than we can with six-man. Uh-huh. I think we discussed this on the field about our alignment here in this situation. Back judge should be on the end line, but I believe we got that all taken care of. This is just another inline thing that Mark marked up. Okay, so we know we're going to be on the inline back there. All right, this is the fumble play right before the half. Mark writes it up about us not being wanting one person to dig and the rest to stay back. I kind of think that's what we did here. So I felt like we handled this fumble. We've handled this fumble the way I would want us to handle this fumble. So let's just keep doing it the way we did it here. Get in there, get the bodies off, try to figure out where the ball is. White very well may have gotten this ball first, but I don't know how we could have determined that um, any better than we did. All right, this is the first kickoff of the second half. For the remainder of these are the markups I did because I did the second half, Mark did the first half. Here on this one, Martin, I like for us to use a kind of like a 20-yard rule. So when the tackle is made, I'd like for the deeps to be about 20 yards back. Had he broken free on this one, I think you would have probably gotten beat on it. But so we end up being about 10 yards, 8 to 10 yards back when he gets tackled. So let's just give a little bit more of a buffer there on that. This is going to be a gosh. We have several of these. I don't know if I marked all of them up, but we've got an issue between our flanks here with our signals. This is unbalanced here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the line. So we got to work on our signals here and make sure we don't have an illegal formation. We didn't have an illegal formation, but we did not have. Excuse me. We did not have the right signal there. Steve, I think this is a great call here. Um, that flag there keeps you from losing control of the game and letting stuff like that go. So I thought that was a good flag to a good incident to pick up there to keep things calm. A good call there. And this is again the formation. We'll go a little bit further. We can see that the formation, we won't give the right signal here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and we've got the balance signal. Okay, so we should have unbalanced here and unbalanced here. You can see in our association we give unbalanced low when we have 2 and high when we have 4. That's what we do in our association. So maybe y'all can talk about that and maybe do it that way. All right, Martin, on this one, we can't really see Nick very much in this film, but, just because of where it's being shot from. But Martin, on this one, this is goal line extended situation here, and you're going to kind of get caught up in the play. I think maybe I would move these people, get them out of the way, and really allow myself to go. I mean, as far back as you have to be able to stay on the goal line and not get caught up in the play and still make the call on the most important line that you're responsible for here. So remember, your flank has the sideline, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just go back as far as you want to, right there. So as we watch this play on through, you can see you kind of get a little bit caught up. I'd even like even that goal line um, marker there. I'd get rid of that, so I could go on back. Maybe that's what you might have tripped over, but so just clear out that goal line extended so you can use it would be what I would say on that. On this one, we have a player, in the opposing team sideline being tackled. Martin, I'm way over here on the right side, so I can't help a lot. But Martin really hustles in there and gets there, and so that's the sort of hustle we need. So that was a good job on that play, in my opinion. I thought the hustle was great all night, personally, especially with the ball rotation and all the stuff we had to do. I felt like you guys worked your butts off out there. So good job on that. This is going to be the turn and run thing again. Like I said earlier, just whatever you have to do to keep your eyes where they need to be is what I would do, Eric. If you want to turn and face the action over here, I don't have a problem with that. Um, there's definitely trainers that say you're supposed to backpedal the whole time, so um, I wouldn't get caught up a whole lot thinking about that. I just do what comes natural and stay ahead of the play and keep your eyes where they need to be are the most important things. All right, so I want to discuss sideline management here. Um, I don't know why I circled it there, but but if you watch Steve's having to look down the line here and back people up, and I want the deeps to do that instead of the flanks, just because we got all this formation mess and flanks have a lot on their plate. So I would rather the deeps take the lead on keeping this area here clean for the flank. Pre-snap is what I'm talking about. Once that center comes and gets his hands on the ball, I want my flank focused right here, not having to worry about this sideline. So deeps really take that on as your responsibility and keep that flank so that Steve and Craig don't have to worry with that and they can just focus on their line of scrimmage because they've got to deal with all these formations. They got to deal with people in motion. Flanks have the most to deal with pre-snap, and I think we should just take the sideline management pre-snap off their plate. All right, on this play, number 58, White is going to come in and hit a guy late. It's either you could call a late hit or you could call it illegal blindside block. Either way, it was my call. I was the person that could see it best, and I just let it go. And looking at it on film, I don't think I should have let it go. As you'll see him, he'll come in right here and bam, right there. So we watch it again. And pretty big, not no call because they're driving here, and that could have led to some fighting and whatnot afterwards. I shouldn't have let that go. Brad and I did talk to him, but looking at it on film, I probably should have got him for that. This is again one that I feel like I missed. I call a holding on number one for White was being held. I call the holding, but number one actually ends up making the tackle, so probably one I should have let go. All right. Y'all might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the play they wanted pass interference on, and I just don't see it. So deep, so I think good no call. Um, probably probably by the time this ball gets to the receiver, this is probably all three sets of eyes are probably on it. And I just don't see anything there. So good no call. So in this one, we're going to have an offensive hold that you can't see because it's off the camera. But we also have a defensive hold for offsetting penalties. And I guess maybe this is going to be it right here. Can't really see from the video. We don't see a lot of restriction on the video, but so all I would say is if you're going to make a defensive holding call, make sure he's really restricted. And he very well may have been there by that arm around him, and we just can't see it very well in the video. So I just was going to use that as a. We just need to make sure that we have some actual restriction and not just their arms on them and things. And that these did offset. Brad's going to pick up a chop block right in here, and I'll kind of slow it down for you. And it's a very good call. You're going to see one player might be the center, maybe the guard there on the left side. One of them's going to dive low, and then the other one is going to just hit him high right over the top of him. Classic chop block right there, low, and then high right over the top of him. So good pickup there. Overall in the game, I felt like the penalties that were called were there, and that's what you're always looking for. On this one right here, it looks to me like we're going to beanbag where he muffs it there. We're going to put our beanbag kind of in this yard marker. Just remember on these, we beanbag where K touches it, and we beanbag where R possesses it, not where R muffs it. So no reason to beanbag where he. So we should have a beanbag kind of in this area for where R possesses it at the end of the kick, and then we would have a beanbag where we had first touching by K, and then we should always have a beanbag where R possesses, so because that's the end of the kick, and those are the places we need a beanbag. So just remember beanbag K touching and beanbag R possessing. So I think this guy is on the line of scrimmage, but we have him punched off. And if he's punched off, we've got an illegal formation because we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if he's punched off. Like I said, I think he's on, but we do have him punched off. So we really got to work on our formations, getting those right this week because I felt like we missed several. All right, here's the last kickoff of the game. Um, we need to wind the clock when R touches it, and then we need to stop the clock here. All right, I only have 20 seconds left, so I'm going to very quickly go to the last one. But on the last play, we do only have 10 people on the field, and so we should have had an illegal formation. Um, and we didn't do it. So we just got to be a little more patient at the end of the game. All right, guys.